All right, you guys, four things that are always negotiable when buying a house. Also important for the seller to understand as well. Hey everybody, I'm Katie Evans. Thanks for joining us for another one of our little weekly videos here. Let's talk about the four things that are always negotiable in the transfer, the buying and the selling of a property here in Arizona. So number one is not going to be a surprise to anybody. The purchase price, right? What you offer, what you accept, that is always negotiable. Counter offers go back and forth on about this particular thing quite frequently. So, of course, we're going to be here to advise you, look at what the comps are, look at where the market is moving, and we're going to help come together to find that win-win, that thing that's going to make the seller be excited to accept your offer and you feel excited for purchasing that one. So number one, the purchase price. Number two, believe it or not, is actually the closing date. Now you might think that's not money, but what does that have to do with anything? Well, for some people it is some money, and for other people it's just an important thing. So we're going to call the listing agent. We're going to find out, what is your seller looking for as far as a closing date? Do they need a longer escrow that we can accommodate? Does the buyer need a longer escrow that we can accommodate? Are you a cash buyer and you can close in 15 days? All kinds of things. So there just may be a date that somebody was working towards. They have a contingent closing somewhere else. So there are always multiple pieces and multiple moving parts in that. So the closing date can be very, very important in a negotiation. Number three, closing costs. Now, we've done other videos on what are the most common closing costs. So if you don't remember what those are, be sure to go back and watch some of those. But closing costs can actually add up to be thousands and thousands of dollars. They might be HOA fees, lender fees, title and escrow fees. There's lots of different ones. So we can ask for the seller to participate in that. And it would also include important things like a home warranty. So all those things would be negotiable and would be less cash out of pocket towards purchasing the house for the buyer. Seller can typically take those things and have them deducted from their proceeds of the sale. So that is another thing that is negotiable in the transfer of property in Arizona. All right, last and not at all surprising is we are back to being able to negotiate for repairs. No longer are we necessarily needing to buy a home as is. So as a part of the process of purchasing a home or selling a home, inspections will be done on that home, and we may find some things that need to be corrected, repaired, remedied, replaced, all those kinds of things. And at that point, so it's almost like a secondary negotiation in the purchase of the home. So those are the four most common, always negotiable things in purchasing or selling a home here in Arizona. So just as a recap, price, closing date, closing costs, and repairs. Those are our four. If you guys have any questions on buying or selling real estate here in Arizona, please feel free to reach out to us. We'll see you on our next video.